Yes, hello and welcome to the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships. The best athletes from across Europe meeting to contest the individual and relay competitions here in Bath. We're here in the beautiful city of Bath in the west of England with Olympic qualification up for grabs. Excitement is building as we prepare for the final of the women's laser run. It's been a busy Modern Pentathlon season with 4 World Cups taking place over the year in Egypt, Bulgaria, Hungary and the Czech Republic, with a World Cup final in Tokyo, the venue for next year's 2020 Olympic Games. Well, Modern Pentathlon combines 5 sports over the course of the day. We start in the Olympic-sized swimming pool, where we'll be bringing you highlights shortly. 200 metres split over 4 lengths. Then it's over to the fencing piece, firstly with the fencing ranking round, followed by the fencing bonus round, where our coverage will continue. Then it's outside for the riding. Athletes given just 20 minutes to familiarise themselves with the local horses before the event concludes with the combined event, the laser run. Always exciting, always dramatic. 3,200 metres of running split by a round of shooting. Each lap the perfect way to conclude the day's action. The top 8 places secure Olympic qualification, so expect plenty of drama today. Today is the turn of the women's final here at the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships. Annika Sloy of Germany is in fine form coming into the competition, recently picking up bronze at the World Cup final in Tokyo to go along with a silver at the World Championships last season. She is certainly one to watch. Marie Orteza, the world number 2, also in very good form. A gold earlier in the year at the second World Cup in Bulgaria, backing up an impressive bronze at the World Championships in Mexico last year. It's been a fantastic year too for Uliana Batashova. The Russian started the season in perfect form with a gold in Cairo at the first World Cup. She also picked up a bronze in Hungary last season. Currently doing very well, ranked at world number 3. And Kate French of Great Britain will be keen to impress in front of the home crowd here in Bath. She took gold in Prague at the 4th World Cup, as well as a gold in Bulgaria last year. She'll be keen to wrap up Olympic qualification with a top 8 finish. It is, however, a very competitive field as always, and it's going to be tough for the athletes in Modern Pentathlon today. Lots of athletes to keep an eye on. The top 8 will, of course, qualify a spot at the Olympics for their nation. It's going to be excitement right up until the very last moment. So we join the action then in the final stages of the pool in Heat 1, and you can see Rebecca Langer of Germany getting off to a good start with the fastest time in Heat 1. In Heat 2, it was Valeria Permykina of Ukraine with the fastest time. Rattling through these heats then, and these are the final stages of Heat 3 in lane 5. Just out in front there, you can see in the black swimming hat, that is Natalia Coyle of Ireland, who has been in great form this season and gets the fastest time in the 3rd heat. Over then to the penultimate and second fastest of the swimming heats. This then the closing stages of Heat 4, a real battle taking place at the end, the final 50 metres this is. And in lane 4, you can see in the what looks like a white swimming hat, that is Saif Brazil from Ireland, in a good battle there with Aiva Serepignati from Lithuania. Aurora Tongetti to the right of them, looking to try and come home in 3rd place, but it is going to be Saif Brazil from Ireland with the fastest time then in that 4th and 2nd fastest heats. This though is the final of the 5 heats, and this is where times get really quick, don't they? We have some exceptionally talented and successful swimmers on display then in this 5th and final heat, and we'll talk you through the stages then of this whole heat. In lane 1 from Italy is Elena Michelli. In lane 2 it is Marie Orteza, a bronze medalist at the World Championships in 2018, a gold medalist in Bulgaria earlier this year, and that is certainly showing her in particularly good form. 2nd in the world as well, we've already mentioned her today. Elodie Clouvel, a silver medalist at Rio 2016 in lane 3, a gold medalist in Cairo in 2018, and a silver medalist at the World Cup final most recently in Tokyo. So she is certainly going to be one to watch in this swimming heat. Alice Sotero in lane 4, a bronze medalist in Cairo 2017, a silver medalist in Los Angeles in 2018, and a bronze medalist in Bulgaria recently this year. Gornaz Gubadlina lined up alongside Alice Sotero. always quick in the pool, rarely beaten, and you can see on your screens doing very well at the moment as we approach the final 100 metres. Golnaz Guberlina, a silver medalist in Hungary 2017. In fact, she's won many things. Most recently, a silver medalist in Prague in the 4th World Cup of this season. Strolta Kovac is in lane 6. Michelle Gullies in lane 7 with Joanna Muir of Great Britain right in front of your shot there in the red swimming outfit. No, in fact, to the left of her in the blue swimming outfit. So this then is the final 50 metres, and this is really where the race is won and lost. And you can see no surprises there. Golnaz Guberlina of Russia out in front at the moment. You can see with the Russian flag on her hat, but coming back quickly is Elodie Cluvel to her left-hand side, but also Alice Sotero putting in a very quick swim as well. Strolta Kovac going well as we approach the final 25 metres of this 5th and final swimming heat. It looks like it's going to be Golnaz Guberlina. In fact, no, Elodie Cluvel has edged ahead. Could be in for a bit of a shock here in the early stages of this final, and it is indeed Elodie Cluvel of France who gets the fastest swimming time. She's always quick in the pool, but it's usually Golnaz Guberlina who comes out on top. But Elodie Cluvel fastest, with Golnaz Guberlina in 2nd place. Alice Sotero coming home in 3rd, Strolta Kovac in 4th. Sive Brazil from Ireland making her way into the top 5, which is a great result for her. Iva Serapignati in 6th, Elena Micheli in 7th, Michelle Gullies in 8th place. A few names to look out for there. Ulyana Batashova could well come back into things later on in the competition. Adelina Ibatalina as well. Marie Orteza from France is a very good fencer. I'm sure we'll see more from her. And indeed, of course, Kate French from Great Britain. So that then concludes the swimming event. 200 metres of the pool complete, but no rest for the athletes, as attention now, of course, turns to the fencing arena. The athletes making their way out of the pool, drying themselves off, and pretty much straight back into action. So here you can see the athletes going through the ranking round. This is where serious points are made. There's Francesca Summers from Great Britain, did a very good fence, 20 victories, just 15 defeats. But the overall leader from the fencing was a really impressive score from the Belarusian Irina Prysensova, 27 victories and just 8 defeats. She really was a cut above the rest. Elodie Cluvel from France, who we saw with that very quick swimming time in 2nd place, 24 victories and just 11 defeats. Volha Silkina from Belarus doing well as well. Janine Coleman and Laura Asadalskati, the 2012 gold medalist from London. So there you can see confirmation of the women's fencing ranking standings. Irina Prysensova, as we mentioned, 27 victories, just 8 defeats. Not much in it between Elodie Cluvel and Anna Burek in 2nd and 10th place respectively. Just 4 victories. This is starting to take shape, this competition, and could well be close throughout the course of the day. And you can see a few other athletes there on 20 victories as well, including Francesca Summers and Annika Schloy, both very strong athletes. We'll expect them to come back throughout the course of the day as well. But we join the action in the fencing bonus round, and you can see Kate French taking on Strolta Kovac, at which point we can bring in our co-commentator for the day, an Olympic silver medalist from London 2012. Sam, welcome back to the commentary box as we join the action with your former teammate Kate French and Strolta Kovac.
That's right, Kate's just pushing Strolta down the piste here, and she gets that touch nicely with a seesaw position, delighting the home crowd.
She already has 2 victories to her name, does Kate French. Every extra victory here is worth an extra point, which will of course be transferred into seconds ahead of the laser run, which we'll bring you live coverage of in a few minutes time once we've gone through the fencing bonus round. And of course the riding will bring you some of the rides as well. This part of the competition taking place earlier today. This has been a competition that has been running over the course of the day, and Kate French seems pretty comfortable out there.
Absolutely, she looks totally composed, going through her process before she takes on this next duel with Lithuanian Laura Asadalskaitė, who she's fenced many times before. Laura's quite bouncy, as you'll see with her style.
Yeah, and Laura, of course, an Olympic gold medalist as well. You were a silver medalist behind Laura in London 2012, so I'm sure you know her style well.
Yeah, Laura's a really experienced athlete, now 34 years old, still competing and doing really well at this level of competition. And Kate just picks her up again, very similar as she did in the previous fight. Keeping her momentum going. Each point counts here, so this is good for Kate, really good form.
Kate French then enjoying her time in front of the local crowd here in Bath, picking up yet another fencing bonus round point. We have just 4 athletes to follow. Janine Coleman of Germany will be followed by Volha Silkina, Elodie Kluvel and Irina Price. So Elodie Kluvel going very well indeed, building up a really nice points score. So Kate French on 3 victories. Janine Coleman next up on the stage. And if the clock ticks down to 0, then it will be Janine Coleman who's victorious because of the priority law. Basically, the higher placed athlete gets priority if the clock ticks down to 0. They go through. Launching herself forwards, Janine Coleman there. Kate French is biding her time well, picking up a 4th victory.
That's right, Kate applied the pressure. Janine had to come forward before she went at the back of the piece, and that enabled Kate to just pick her off, as we see here in the replay. Over the top there, nice touch.
So, inside the top 3 now. Volha Silkina from Belarus. After Volha, it will be Elodie Kluvel of France. And of course, Irina Price-Sova, who is the top-ranked fencer after the ranking round. We saw her score earlier, 27 victories and 8 defeats. So, Kate French from Great Britain with 4 victories in a row. Making contact with the hilt of the sword there, but that doesn't count. It has to be with the body or in the hand. And launching herself forward is Silkina. Where's she off to? Yeah,
she's a flesh there, and she quickly ran past before Kate could get her with the parry. So, quick thinking by Silkina. Kate needs to keep on applying this pressure, as she needs to score the hit, otherwise the victory will go to the Belarusian athlete.
Off we go then. LA, the call then from the judge. Getting down low there, Silkina. Kate French is ready for it, launching herself forward. Silkina, she's off again.
She just picked the right time there to take that flash attack and caught Kate slightly off her guard, getting the victory.
Packed crowd here, in fact a sellout crowd here in Bath. Not a spare seat in the house. In the back of your shop you can see Miles Pillage, one of our junior athletes, making his way onto the senior circuit. And Jamie Cook as well, who was a gold medalist in the men's individual final. But it's all about the women on the stage at the moment. Volha Silkina and Elodie Kluvel of France will be contesting next. Volha Silkina, fantastic athlete and a great ambassador for the sport.
Exactly. Elodie's really pioneering the way for pentathlon in France at the moment, following from predecessors, Amélie Carzé, who was multiple world champion. Elodie's an Olympic silver medalist from Rio, doing really well in this fencing event. And her height, as well as being left-handed and using a pommel grip, just as Silkina from Belarus is, really gives her an advantage in this fencing discipline. And she really plays for the defence tactic here, drawing her opponent out and looking for those stop hits or picking their opponent off.
So the winner of this will go into a final tie versus Irina Price-Sova. That tie worth 2 extra points as the two come together. A double touch, which means everything's reset. 13 seconds left on the clock. Silkina will need to get this touch soon if she is to win this. Down to 5 seconds, but you can see just how much that means to Elodie Kluvel, getting that touch with just a few seconds left on the clock. And she will go into that all-important final tie against Irina Price-Sova of Belarus. And if you are tuning into Modern Pentathlon for the first time, then you are very welcome. We are building up our coverage, just recapping the day's events. 5 disciplines over the course of a day, live to many different broadcasters around the world as we build up our coverage to the riding, which is next, and then of course the ever exciting laser on. And I can promise you, a little bit of a spoiler here, it is going to be an absolute belter. But let's stick with the competition at its current stage as our recap, and you can see Elodie Kluvel up against Irina Price-Sova. If she wins this, she'll pick up 2 extra points.
That's right, she's got a similar opponent here with Price-Sova. Again, a smaller opponent, and she's going to look to do the same thing, pick them off using her height. And see she's holding her épée quite high up there. Applying the pressure. She just needs to be patient at this point.
Very quick footwork from Price-Sova. Just trying to force a mistake from Kluvel, but Kluvel gets there first, gets that extra touch, picks up those extra 2 points. That is 3 extra points then for Elodie Kluvel, which is not to be sniffed at. and that means Elodie Clouvel essentially wins the fencing bonus round, and it puts her in a very good position heading into the riding. So we will have a look at the scores then after the first two events. Elodie Clouvel out in front, building up a nice healthy lead, 14 points ahead of Irina Price-Ninsova. Volhel-Silkina in third place, Rolta Kovac in fourth, Kate French from Great Britain in fifth, Natalia Coyle from Ireland in sixth, Janine Coleman from Germany in seventh, Laura Antonowskaite, she's one to watch, in eighth place. It is still close though, and yeah, things are starting to bunch up. Looking a little bit further down the order, Laura Salminen of Finland, 11th place ahead of Francesca Summers. Otavia Nowaka from Poland, a bronze medalist at the Rio 2016 Olympics, is there or thereabouts as well. And we prepare ourselves for the riding. This is the event where riders can essentially end up with a score of 0. Everyone starts at 300 points. You have just 20 minutes to familiarise yourself with the local horses, which is what Natalia Coyle had here. And you can see the woman from Ireland, Natalia Coyle, is off to a start then. 300 on the scoreboard, and off she goes.
Nice balanced riding here from Natalia as she approaches probably the largest fence on the course, the National Lottery Fence 5. Just a slight touch there and a knockdown.
Yeah, heavy into that, the double obstacles 6A and 6B, but she's got away with it and bringing herself back round now, so that will just be 7 points taken off. In fact, no, possibly not actually. We'll come back to that in a moment's time. I'm not sure she's going to get punished for that. We'll explain in a moment as we stick with this ride then, making our way then towards 9A, B and C.
That is a knockdown for sure.
Definitely, that middle one. So yeah, we've lost a point there for that. And time-wise, it's looking pretty good as well. So this is a nice run here from Natalia Coyle, who is going to put herself in a very good position if she can continue this run. Right, now let's explain. I'll let you explain this, Sam, as a former modern pentathlete. She knocked down a fence but didn't get a penalty. Why is that?
This rarely happens, but instead of knocking the top fence down, she knocked the pole underneath the top pole, which doesn't count as a refusal.
So 2-9-1 the score there for Natalia Coyle. Right, we join with Kate French as she just makes her way over obstacle 2, and Kate French is on horse 6, Bert, which is your favourite horse, I believe?
Yeah, this is a British pentathlon horse. Everyone loves Bert, and Kate knows him well. And with Kate's riding background, coming from North Kent Mepham Riding Club, she really has the experience and the know-how, and we'll be bringing it here to the arena in front of the home crowd. And nice to do the double there. She's really got Bert's attention. She's collected, balanced. He's picking up his feet, getting over these fences. This is what Kate wants at this point in the competition.
And you can see Bert, the horse, looking very happy out there. That dramatic skyline in the background. We've had very interesting weather here in Bath. It's been rain, it's been shine, it's been wind, it's been warm, it's been cold. We've had pretty much every element available to us, but none of that's bothering Kate French at the moment. The course is wet and slippy, but so far so good from Kate French, and she's making her way now towards that tricky obstacle 10 and 11, now towards obstacle 12, which is cleared. A huge roar from the crowd, and that is because Kate French has put in a near perfect score. No obstacles knocked down, just 4 points taken off for a time penalty, which means it is a score of 296 for Kate French.
Nice to see how she pats her horse and says thank you straight away. This was a great partnership over this 12 obstacle course. Kate looks delighted, and it's going to stand in amazing stead going into the final laser run event. Look at that smile.
Lovely to see, isn't it? Smile on a horse's face as well. Right, here we go then. Rolta Kovac is next on the course. A phenomenal athlete is Rolta Kovac. She's won plenty of medals, including a bronze in Cairo earlier this year. She is a silver medalist in the World Cup final last year as well, but a refusal there. So
bit of indecision there from horse and rider, but it is the rider that should make these choices, and getting after the horse again, gets over it but takes a pole with her. That's expensive. Yeah,
that could be costly, couldn't it, for Rolta Kovac? 10 points for every refusal, but it's also the time you lose because you have to reset and go back round. So it's just, essentially, it's more like 20 points, isn't it? So she's knocked down another obstacle, so this is now 17 points. She's really got to make sure now, Rolta Kovac, that she doesn't knock down any more obstacles. Otherwise, this could be a really costly ride for the Hungarian. Bringing herself back down through the middle of the course It's a sharp left-hand turn now as she makes her way towards obstacles 9A, B and C. Srolska Kovac going well again. She's picked up a good bit of rhythm, clears the first two of the triple obstacles, just about clears the third two. It'll be a sharp left turn now before she goes right through the middle of the course to complete the round. This is the tricky oxen that's caught a few people out. Is she going to catch out? Is it going to catch out Srolska Kovac? No, it doesn't. Right now, the sharp right turn. She takes a bit of a shortcut to clear the final fence. Does she clear it? No, she doesn't. She clips it.
That was unlucky. She just got a bit flat there, but that refusal, that is pentathlon. Didn't make the right decision, and she's really paid for it. It's going to bring it down. She looks disappointed there.
Yeah, she does. So that is a score of 267 for Srolska Kovac. And that is going to prove costly for the Hungarian. Moving on then, it is Volha Silkina's turn to take her way to the course on horse 2, Harry. And Volha Silkina off to a solid enough start, makes her way over obstacle 3, which has quite a few people, but absolutely wallops that obstacle.
She is. She's just going a bit too far to the left with this horse and a little bit too fast. Knocking some more fences, but they stay up. Gets it through the double. Just needs to rebalance herself and do a bit of checking.
So just cautiously going about this ride, but picking up a few obstacles along the way. It's okay so far, not too much damage. It looks pretty quick as well as she makes her way towards the triple obstacles 9A, B and C.
Nice through the treble though.
Yeah, lovely stuff. So as you can see, 2 obstacles knocked over, 7 points for every obstacle that you collect, 1 point for every second over the time limit. This is looking very quick indeed for Volha Silkina of Belarus. She might have picked a couple of obstacles, but this is looking super quick. Completes the course without any further trouble, and a score of 286. That's solid.
That was really solid. Pats the horse straight away. I like Harry. Harry the horse really enjoyed that round. He was getting really excited with Silkina, so that was a great partnership again. She can smile and be happy. Salutes there to the judges, says thank you, and now she's got to focus for the next event.
So, Irina Prysensova of Belarus will be our penultimate athlete to take to the course. Extra pressure now on these last 2 athletes because we've had some pretty good scores inside the top 10. Here we go then, Irina Prysensova. A score of 280 or above would be enough to keep her in contention for a gold, you'd imagine, depending on what the score for Elodie Cluvel is, of course.
Irina's drawn Olaf, who is the smallest horse in the competition, just scraping 15 hands, and quite well suited as she too is one of the smallest competitors in this field of 36 athletes at 5'2". Sometimes, of course, she can draw one of the biggest horses, and that would be a bit of a challenge for this petite athlete. But she's doing a really good job here. Olaf looks full of energy, and he's taking on these fences, picking up his feet, clearing them nicely. Just one down there. That is a bit unlucky. Now she's got to focus to the next, and she clears it. I like her energy.
This is okay, isn't it, for Irina Prysensova? She's getting a good bit of rhythm with this smallest of the horses. It's not ideal because the jumps are high here in Bath, 1 metre 20 centimetres, which is, of course, the Olympic specification. So, 293 the score. This is looking good. Just clips that last penalty. A heavy hit then towards that obstacle. So that will bring it down to 286. It's looked pretty quick, but just outside the time limit. The score of 283, I'm sure she'll be happy with that.
Absolutely. Just 2 poles down compared to the rest of the field. This is a very good ride. Just wasn't straight to those fences that she knocked down. That's why the horse couldn't help her out that bit more. But here's Elodie Cluvel, the current winner, currently leading the competition.
Yeah, the Olympic silver medalist from Rio 2016, Elodie Cluvel. The pressure is on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And just to let you know, sorry to interrupt you there, Gonaz Gubadlina, the Russian who rode this horse in the first round, got a score of 0. So she's decided to keep the horse, which we'll see if that's the right decision or not. As she makes the first knockdown. Yeah,
and it already looks just like a bit of a struggle. I think this horse wants to have its rein a bit more, that rather than Elodie pull back, as you can see her doing there, and that's why the horse just couldn't get over the fence physically. She needs to just trust him a bit more, loosen the rein, ride with her leg, not with her hands. And there you go again. Sometimes combinations aren't great in this modern pentathlon, and it can be a real challenge for horse and rider to collaborate takes another fence down with her, this is disastrous for Clouvel.
Yeah, this is proving very costly for Clouvel. She's just got to make sure she gets round now, because she could still be in. Oh, it's another refusal. Oh my goodness me, this is all coming unstuck. It was all looking so good for Elodie Clouvel, but it's starting to prove incredibly costly. Another refusal. Oh.
At this point, you want to so much passion, drive. You really want to get aggressive. Use your leg, use your stick if you need to, use the whip if you need to, but just don't hold on too tightly with the reins. She really needed to let this horse go a bit more, I feel, but well, too late now.
Those are the confirmation of the standings after the first three events, the first three disciplines, and Elodie Clouvel of France, commiserations for her. She was leading, she's now dropped right out of the picture. So Arona Price-Sova 5 seconds ahead then, and it is really close, it is really tight. Anyone inside that top 10 could be in with a chance of a goal. That is how close it is. We've had 3 disciplines over the course of the day already, and still it is anyone's guess as to who will finish where. Anyone inside that top 20 could be pushing for a top 8 place, quite simply. So things are getting spicy ahead of the laser run. There you can see one of the laser pistols, and there you can see the laser shooting range, and that is where we are. We are up to date ahead of the laser run, which will conclude our event here in Bath, the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships. That is the weapon that they will be using. It's a laser shooter gun. They have to get 5 shots every lap, 4 laps, 3,200 meters split over 800 intervals. This is going to be intriguing. We'll get your thoughts in just a moment's time, Sam, but this is confirmation of the starts list. Arona Price-Sova, a 5-second head start over Kate French. Points get transferred into seconds. Volha Sulkina just a couple of seconds further back. Natalia Quill with an 11-second handicap over Arona Price-Sova. Nawaka, the Olympic bronze medalist, is in 5th place. Asadal Skati, 2012 London gold medalist, in 6th place. Sarolta Kovac in 7th. From Great Britain, it is Francesca Summers in 8th place, with Marie Ortega in 9th. Laura Salmonen just 33 seconds off that 1st place. We've seen people turning over up to a minute to make up time in modern pentathlon. This, Sam, could be one of the most exciting races of all time.
This is a really tight race. I mean, from 1 to 15, there was just 50 seconds separating those athletes, and with such a mixed range of ability in the running, we're really going to see the standings change over this 2-mile race, 4 shoots. Anything could happen, but we've got some real top names right up there. Kate French, she'll be thinking about the gold medal after Jamie Cook's victory yesterday, but we can't rule out athletes like Laura Astelskaite from Lithuania, who always runs herself up, as she did here at the Olympic Games in London 2012.
We've had really mixed conditions over the last few days here in Bath, which has made it incredibly tricky for all of our athletes. So much respect for them to have got to this point wherever they are in the standings. The riding was particularly difficult today. It was like an ice skating rink out there today. So slippy, so slidey, but a lot of the athletes getting through. And yeah, this is where we stand after the first 3 events.
So the ladies now just trying to stay warm. Some visualization there from Sarolta Kovacs. Great shot, great shooter, great precision. That athlete from Hungary wins medals from her shooting ability. The crowd poised, ready, probably to support Kate French.
Yeah, well, obviously there's going to be a lot of local support. Great Britain have done fantastically well over the course of this event, with gold in the men's individual, gold in the mixed relay, gold in the men's relay as well. It's really been a strong event for Great Britain, isn't it?
Absolute dream championships so far. Everyone looking quite nervous, but focused at the same time. Kate there, hands on hips, ready to take this on. And that's 1 minute until these athletes will be...
And you can see not a spare seat in the house. Everybody is out and enjoying themselves and looking forward to what could be a really exciting laser run.
Into the course of running 800 meters they will run, and then they'll be back into the shooting range, and they will complete that 4 times over. So this is the final phase of their competition today.
There you can see Francesca Summers of Great Britain in a very good position indeed at the moment. She is in 8th place after a fantastic ride.
30 seconds till the start.
So we are just 30 seconds away from the start of the final discipline of this event. Fantastic event has been here at the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships here in Bath. We've had 3 disciplines over the course of the day, but it all comes down to this. last final 10 seconds, and the athletes preparing themselves to get themselves underway here in the laser run. Starting us off will be Irina Prysyntsova from Belarus, and off she goes with a 5-second head start over Kate French. It's a short run towards the first laser shoot, and we'll see how we get on. Kate French is in hot pursuit, as is Volha Silkina. So Prysyntsova is at the laser shooting range, as is Kate French, but Prysyntova's missed a couple but is starting to find her rhythm now. But Kate French has made her first but missed her second. Here we go then.
It's so close, isn't it? And
it's so close. Prysyntsova is away. So Prysyntsova consolidates her lead and nearly takes the wrong route, doesn't she? But just about manages to make that correction. Kate French is away well. It's a good shoot. She's made up a bit of time. And Silkina in third.
Excellent shot from Silkina and from Kate French. But everyone's following closely behind. Astelskaite there, 4 shots clear, under 10 seconds. And she gets the 5th in 9.6 seconds. That is phenomenal. Great first shoot.
Yeah, some really, really impressive shoots this by all of our athletes inside the top 10. No one really has been left behind there. So this is our top 3 then. You can see Irina Prysyntsova being chased down by Kate French with Volha Silkina in 3rd place. In 4th place, it is Natalia Koil. It's as you were from the start of the race, and we knew this was going to be exciting. We knew this was going to be intense. The top 8 places will qualify for the Olympics, so it is going to be intriguing to see how everyone gets on.
Really exciting now, and Kate, the 2 Belarusian athletes and Kate French are quite close together there, making up the top 3 at the moment. This can all change with this next second shoot after they've had that first run. They've got the nerves out of the way now, and they're really into the race, so this is where the standings can change. But hot on their heels is Natalia Koil from Ireland, and Laura Astelskaite is making up the distance on this field.
Yeah, this is where it's sort of your instincts kick in a little bit more. You kind of get out of your mind a little bit. It's getting that first shoot out of the way, which is always good to do. And here we can see Kate French is closing down then on Irina Prysyntsova and is potentially about to take the race lead, although she's pacing herself at the moment, not in any rush to get past the Belarusian. But Kate French has closed that 5-second gap right up.
She doesn't need to take the lead yet. It's more about coming into the shoot, keeping the composure and getting those 5 shots away in good time, and then she can let the running do the work for her. That is her strength. She's an excellent runner.
Lovely shot that of the 2 athletes side by side being chased down by Volha Silkina. We're starting to get an idea as to where this battle for Koil might start to take shape, but it can change so quickly. That is the beauty of laser run. It can really, really change quickly. You think, well, this person's going to do well, this person's not going to do well, and it could all suddenly change. We still have another 3 laps of this laser run final to bring you. These 2 pacing themselves quite nicely, but this is the battle for 5th, I think it is.
Yeah, that's Laura Astelskaite is now run up into 4th place, overtaking Natalia Koil, who's back in 5th, with Francesca Summers from Great Britain a little gap behind. But these are the athletes that are really going to want to have a good second shoot. But let's see how Kate gets on. She's got a lot of composure to hold here. She drops her hand, just loosens her muscles a second.
So here we go then. This is the second laser shoot. Who is going to keep their calm? Kate French from Great Britain is off to a good start with the 2 shots, but Prysyntsova is matching a shot for shot at the moment. Kate French pulls ahead though. It's going to be a little bit of a gap, I think, here. Kate French is away. Kate French from Great Britain takes the race lead. Prysyntsova not far behind, but Kate French is now in control in this final. Silkina is getting away in 3rd place. Natalia Koil is looking okay there as well. Astelskaite now has moved up and consolidated that 4th place. How's Natalia Koil getting on? She gets away as well. Francesca Summers having a decent race as well in 6th place. Let's keep an eye on how her laser shoot is going. Kovac as well is there. Shloy, Nowaka, Ibatulina, Orteza, Joanna Moore as well. A long string of athletes all in contention of Olympic qualification. Now the sad thing for Francesca Summers here is she can finish 3rd place, but if Kate French finishes 1st, there's only 1 place per country that is available at these European Championships.
Exactly. Bit of a complication there for the top 8, but every point counts, and for the world ranking list, what it goes to after the name spots that are collected this year, that's what Francesca has to fight for today, and 6th place would be an excellent finish for Francesca. But Kate French is really extending her lead right now.
But you can see, picking up the pace a little bit, Irina Price-Sova. It's not a huge gap. There's still plenty still to fight for. But look in the background. You can see there, Laura Astadal-Skaite, the 2012 Olympic champion, is starting to close the door and starting to make her way through the pack. There you can see Francesca Summers, who's having a very good race indeed so far. She is looking to put a bit of pressure on those front few as well. So things starting to take shape, and it's lots of intriguing battles throughout the course of this race. But it is Kate French from Great Britain leading at the moment.
The gap that Kate has right now is almost 2 out of reach for Laura, back in third. It's over 50 metres. I mean, we're looking at, well, I think 110 metres if I'm honest, that gap. I know it doesn't look that long on the screen there, but Kate now has 2 shoots to go. This could be hers in the bag, but Laura isn't going to give up yet.
Kate French is very calm and composed when it comes to laser shooting, but that could be where the race is won and lost. That is our top 3 in that shot there. Kate French in first place, with Irina Price-Sova in second. In third place, it is Laura Astadal-Skaite, as Kate French makes her way around this sweeping right-hand turn in front of the crowd here in Bath, knowing that she is getting close to a gold medal and indeed Olympic qualification as well. So Kate French is making her way now past the start-finish straight. Warm applause by the crowd, but look, Laura Astadal-Skaite is moving closer to second place. Who is going to keep their calm in this penultimate laser shoot and take a big stride towards victory? The crowd here giving their support as well as Laura Astadal-Skaite moves up into second place. Right, it is time now for the laser shoot. So Kate French has missed her first. Alongside her is Price-Sova now. So a little bit of a struggle, but she's starting to find a rhythm now in the shooting is Kate French. That's now 3, that's now 4. Is it going to be 5 any second now? Oh, she's away.
She's away, fantastic. She held it together. Laura's quick off the mark, but Kate is under 1,600 metres and just 1 shoot away from the gold medal. Can she hold Laura off?
Yeah, this is where things are going to get really interesting, because that gap between Kate French and Laura Astadal-Skaite has really closed down. As we see other various battles going on, Francesca Summers and Jo Moore. Jo Moore is absolutely flying, by the way.
Yeah.
She started in 14th place and has now moved up into 7th place. But this is the battle for first place between Kate French and Laura Astadal-Skaite. Look how quick Laura Astadal-Skaite is. She's closing in on Kate French. Kate French will be aware of the fact that she is being closed in by the Lithuanian, who is really putting pressure on Kate French of Great Britain now. We are halfway through the 3rd lap, and I don't think Kate French is going to be able to hold off Laura Astadal-Skaite for much longer.
Well, saying that, Laura is blowing. You can see on her face, this is hard work. She's had to work hard now to catch Kate. Let's not forget that.
But this is a change now in the race lead. She's been chasing her down throughout the course of this race. Fantastic stuff from Laura Astadal-Skaite, who now moves up into first place. Has she peaked too early? We'll find out later on in the race. But now she's in first place and opening up a bit of a gap. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the final laser shoot.
Laura looks like she's working really hard at this point, and I would be slightly worried. Has she gone too soon? Has she just tried to get a bit of a psychological lead on Kate going into this final shoot?
So we are making our way nicely through this race, like we've been saying. Plenty of battles throughout the course of this track, not too far away from the end of this penultimate lap. Kate French just trying to keep pace with Laura Astadal-Skaite, but you can see that is the gap between first and second. It's pretty much the opposite of what it was on the previous lap, so it will all come down to this final shoot. And you feel perhaps maybe Kate French is holding a little bit off for that final lap, where she'll try and finish well.
You can see the difference there. Laura blowing and Kate being quite composed.
You've got a feeling this is
I've got a feeling this is going to change, but here's the battle for 5th place. Joanna Muir has soared up the table. This is phenomenal from the Brits.
Flying, yeah. Muir could be one to watch in the latter stages of this race. This, though, is the battle for first and second. And you can see Laura Astadal-Skaite, the Olympic gold medalist from London 2012, is really stalling ahead now. But Kate French has the home support. She has the experience of having gold medals already won in Prague earlier this year. And there is Elodie Cluvel, who would have been competing in first place had she not have had the misfortune in the ride. But let's see how this gets on.
In the air. She's got 1 shot, 2 shots already.
So Laura Astadal-Skaite is absolutely flying through the chute. Look at that focus. Is it going to be 5 out of 5? Wow, that is one of the quickest laser shoots I've ever seen. 7.69. Laura Astel-Skaty taking a massive step towards gold here in Bath. Kate French has made a very good shoot herself, just 3 seconds different, but she is going to absolutely have to hammer it down. I don't know if she's going to be able to catch.
She's looking behind. Did Laura breathe in that 5 shots? I don't think she did.
Well, there are battles going on throughout the whole course of this track. That there is Irina Price-Sova, I think is still in 3rd place. That's Volha Sulkino, I think is still in 4th, but it's so difficult because everything's been changing so much, hasn't it? Annika Sloy in 5th place, Jo Muir up to 6th place, Natalia Coyle in 7th place. All of these athletes, I think, will probably be happy with those finishes, and Jo Muir has moved up a place, I think, as well, with a fantastic shoot. She's going to be looking to replicate the success of her partner Jamie Cook, who won gold in the men's yesterday.
Absolutely. Jo Muir is now in 5th place. What an amazing move from, I think she started back in 16th. That's just incredible from Jo Muir. Closely behind her is Annika Schlau, but there we see Elodie Cluvel. I mean, what a day for Elodie, going from 1st down to 33rd after the riding. But Laura is powering through the field. This is incredible.
This is the powerful scene here, because this would have been the battle for first had Elodie Cluvel. She's just taken the time, Elodie Cluvel. I mean, there's almost no point in her absolutely hammering it, is there? Because she can't make up that 300 points that she lost from the riding. But here is Kate French. What can she do? Can she put any pressure on the race leader? I think it's going to be difficult in the closing stages of this race. But Laura Astel-Skaty looks tired, but she's still running so quickly, still making her way towards the final part of this course with Kate French in her tow. But I think Astel-Skaty has done enough, has paced herself well. Maybe she didn't go too early after all, because she's built up a big lead now over Kate French of Great Britain. It's looking like it's going to be gold for Lithuania as we make our way now towards the final sweeping left-hand turn. It's a big gap now between Astel-Skaty and Kate French. I don't think Kate French is going to have enough to catch up now with Astel-Skaty as we approach then the final stage of this race. It is going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Kate French is now just making her way past Elodie Cluvel, who's of course a lap behind, but making her way now around the final sweeping left-hand corner. She's been in phenomenal form throughout the day, as Laura Astel-Skaty of Lithuania. She won gold at London 2012, last time she competed here in the UK. She's going to win gold again here in the UK. This time it's in Bath. This time it's at the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships. Many congratulations to Laura Astel-Skaty. She is your gold medalist here in Bath. But coming home in 2nd place, there you can see Kate French. A warm applause from the crowd. It is another medal for Great Britain.
Unbelievable for Great Britain this week. Kate will take a silver medal today. Fantastic performance. Starting 2nd and finishing 2nd. She'll be delighted with that, and that is her Tokyo qualification secured.
In 3rd place, Irina Price-Sova makes her way over the line. That will be a impressive
4th place for Joanna Muir. What an achievement. That's amazing.
Goodness me, Joanna Muir absolutely flew round that course, didn't she? 4th place then for her. Annika Sloy coming home in 5th place. And Joanna goes straight over to congratulate Kate French. There you can see from Belarus, Volha Sulkina coming home as well. Francesca Summers is flying. I think it's going to be a top 8 finish for Francesca Summers as well. A great finish to the race for Francesca Summers. Natalia Coyle coming home as well. Real Taser is there or thereabouts. A good strong race by Gintara Benkow-Skaty, who's made her way towards the top 10 from a 21 place finish. That there is Francesca Summers, who looks absolutely exhausted. She raced a massive laser run to get herself in that position.
Absolutely amazing day from Frankie, and that's 3 Brits in the top 8. I mean, can you imagine being a Brit right now and not have qualified for Tokyo today, yet finishing the top 8? That's a tough one, but I'm sure the Brits now will have the team gold medal in the bag.
Laura Astel-Skaty has been absolutely incredible today. She was 6th overall in the fencing. A slow swim, but that wasn't too much of a problem. Not a bad riding score either, and it was a case of just trying to close down Kate French in that final part of the race. She timed it well, didn't she? Overtaking Kate French on the penultimate lap, and in the end, enough was enough, and she built that lead and just kept that pace going, and that was what was really impressive about Laura Astel-Skaty there, was she just kept the pace going.
It's unbelievable. I mean, Laura now 34 years old, still winning medals at this level, still dominating the scene. She won gold at the World Cup final this year, now backed up with the European Championships. She won the gold medal at the Europeans 4 years ago here in Bath. It's quite extraordinary.
That there is Jess Varley, who's come home as well. All the Team GB athletes hugging each other and congratulating each other on the finish line. You can see there that was Blanka Guzzi from Hungary high-fiving Kate French for her second place finish.
That's Sefernaiti just getting back on her feet. It's been a tough day for her. And that 2-mile race does take it out of these athletes. Laura Salmonell from Finland there. A few tears. It is emotional. The athletes put so much into this.
Let's grab our first interview of the event, shall we? And we can head to our reporter Alan Morton, who is with the gold medalist from Lithuania, Laura Asadauskaitė.
Laura, fantastic race to come back from 6th place for that win. Tell me what you were thinking right from the start.
Today is very hard day, but today I'm win. I'm very happy. I very want, and I won. 1 year I don't start, but now I am Europe champion, and so it's a very good day. England, it's very good for me.
And how did you keep your nerves on the last shooting? That was very, very fast.
Yes, I'm focused in my shooting, and today it's okay. And run every more. I run fast, and I'm happy.
So now 2 places you've qualified for the Olympics. I think you're pretty safe for Japan, yes?
Yes.
And tell us, because I know there are probably some little small viewers watching at home who are following you, I think. Do you want to tell us in your own language a message for back home?
Yes. Ačiū labai visiems, kurie čia palaikėt. Mačiau, labai daug jūsų buvo ir tikrai stengiausi dėl visų, dėl Lietuvos ir dėl visų mūsų tautos, kurie yra čia, ne tik Anglijoje, ne tik Lietuvoje, visam pasaulyje. Ačiū, kurie palaikė. Thank you.
Congratulations, we see you in Tokyo.
Thank you.
So that then the thoughts of Laura Asadauskaitė from Lithuania. A very impressive gold medal. She won gold at the World Cup final in Tokyo. She won gold at the Olympics. It's all looking very good indeed, isn't it?
It's medals all round for Laura. She keeps on winning. The reign continues.
Right, we can head back down then to trackside, where we can catch up with the silver medalist from Great Britain, Kate French.
Kate, I know it was 2nd place in the end, but you must be really pleased with that performance today overall.
Yeah, I'm really pleased to come away with 2nd place. It's not been the best day for me. I've really had to fight my way through today. Nothing came easy, so I'm thrilled with 2nd place.
And if anything ever emphasise its pentathlon, I mean, as you say, you've had to work hard from 8:30 this morning, yeah? Yeah,
exactly. It was quite an early start. I'm not a morning person, so the sun was hard. Really had to fight in the fence. I'm super pleased with my ride, and yeah, I just had to give everything in the combined.
And you were looking composed and in control on the run there, but there wasn't anything you were going to do about Laura, was there, when she was on that pace?
No, I did try and stick with her for a bit, but she's so fast, so I just had to do my best to maintain 2nd after she overtook.
And your shooting, I mean, you kept your nerve, and because obviously you still had pressure from the chasing pack, but you kept your nerve well.
Yeah, just about. It was hard, but yeah, I managed to maintain it and yeah, make a bit of a gap between the following places.
Well done, Kate. You've had a really impressive day and enjoy the podium.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that smile says it all, doesn't it?
I know, she's so happy, bless her. Kate French from Great Britain picking up silver and 2nd place, and in doing so, qualifying herself for the Olympics. We will have another interview in a couple of moments' time, but yeah, it's going to be difficult for us to work out who's qualified again, isn't it?
I think we should have a go. We should definitely have a go at finding those top 8, but it is going to go down the field, taking Laura out and 2 Brits, and 1 German, I think.
Well, she started in 1st place. She ended up taking bronze. Let's hear the thoughts then of our bronze medalist, Arina Prysentsova.
Irene, that was a really tough race, yeah? You started off first, but there was almost pressure from lap 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Talk us through the race.
Laura was so strong during the running and shooting, and I knew that before the last run she would catch me, and I'm so happy that at the third place. It's unbelievable for me.
Because it's been tough all day, wasn't it? I mean, from 8:30 this morning, you had to put in a good swim, and then was the riding also pretty tricky for you?
Yeah, but I can't say that it was so tough day. I enjoyed whole day and just focused on myself. Try to be confident in every event.
And obviously, even on the laser on, you were coming under pressure even for your third place. What were you thinking when you came to the final lap?
I thought, oh my God, I'm the third, really? Oh, I need to run so fast like I can, and I will be the third. It will be the first medal, and come on, I will do it.
And you did it. Enjoy the podium and enjoy the medal. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I love the little insight into her thought. We literally just heard the voice in her head then, didn't we?
We all have that voice, maybe when we go to the gym or doing things that are really strenuous, but that's what a modern pentathlete is telling themselves when they're being chased and trying to hold on to Olympic qualification. Come on. A
brilliant moment. I love these post-race interviews because you really do get a unique insight into how these athletes sort of focus and how they do what they do. Right, let's head back trackside and we'll hear the thoughts then of our fourth place.
Joanna, really good performance there at the end, yeah? Under pressure all the way through the race. Just talk us through the race from your point of view. You've got a big smile on there, you must be happy.
Yeah, I was just trying to focus on the shooting because I knew my running was really strong at the moment. So yeah, I was a bit nervous about the shooting. My shooting wasn't great until the last one, so I managed to pull it out the bag and just kind of rely on my run. But it was really exciting, and the crowds were amazing. Like, they cheered us round the whole way, and also Kate did unbelievably well. So it's amazing to follow her for Team GB and have like two of us right up there, and I think Frankie was there as well, so it's really positive for the team.
Yeah, a really strong team performance all day, but you've really had to work at it during today. And what was going through your mind when you got to the riding?
Yeah, I've had a few bad rides this year, and I'm from a riding background, so I always kind of looked forward to the ride, and then this year I found myself in a bit of trouble in a few of the rides, so I was really nervous going into it, and it was really strange actually because my favourite horse at training is Harry and I knew there was a few that I'd have liked to have got, and I was thinking, please let me ride Harry, and yeah, by chance I got him drawn, so then it sort of added more pressure because I didn't want to mess that up because I knew he was one of my favourites, but he was an absolute star and he helped me out, so I was really pleased to get around the ride because I knew it was catching a lot of people out.
And as you said, the crowd and the atmosphere really helping here finish off what's been a great championship, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. And I've been watching all week, and like the relays at the start, they were so inspiring to watch. Like the boys in the mix really did amazing. And then yesterday watching Jamie win and Chingy come forth, it was just unbelievable and definitely inspired and motivated us girls. So yeah, really pleased with how the week's been. It's been great, and hopefully all the fans have enjoyed it.
I'm sure they have. Enjoy the evening and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Another fantastic interview, this time from our fourth placed finisher. Joanna Moore started off in 14th place, made up 10 places, and you can see perhaps the future pentathletes waving their GB flags, being inspired by what they've seen today. A wonderful interview that was by Jo Muir, wasn't it? And really honest and great sort of account of her experience here in Bath.
Yeah, really conveyed her enthusiasm for the sport and just, I think, genuine love for what she's doing at the moment in her life, and it is lovely for all the children who've come here to watch, because there is a sport for everyone, and pentathlon is very niche, but Joanna's found her way in this Olympic event, and why can't these young children follow in her footsteps? So that was an excellent interview from Jo, and she'll be delighted with the 4th place at major championships. That's probably her best result to date, if I'm honest. Puts her in really good stead for Olympic qualification, which will happen in May next year.
So I think we can head back downside. We've got the Team GB Performance Director, who is back with our reporter Alan Morton.
Thank you, James. Yes, with Jan Bartu, Performance Director for Pentathlon GB. Jan, I think that sort of rounds off a fantastic week, doesn't it, for the team?
Absolutely incredible. We aim to qualify at least for the games in Tokyo. We achieved that, and on the top of that, individual medals, European champion, vice champion today, gold medals in the teams. It is beyond expectations.
And how long has it been a process, to get to this stage? A long, long time, yeah?
Well, athletes competing today have been in the program over 8 years, some of them even longer. So it's a long journey to the success like this. On the top of that, the training facilities here at the University of Bath, UK Sport Support, National Lottery Fund supporting us all the way. So we're just very, very thankful for all the support we received.
And that funding and those facilities very clearly is putting our athletes competing at the very highest level, yeah?
Definitely. We have all facilities in one location. Even for the participating teams, this was fantastic setup. Accommodation, food, facilities, everything within walking distance, and you can tell the performances were outstanding.
And feeling reasonably confident to predict us a medal for next year at the Olympics?
We don't talk medals. We rather compete and win medals.
Congratulations. It's been a great week and a great event.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Doesn't want to predict any medals, and rightly so, but a fantastic, incredible performance for Team GB. I think they're going to pick up another team award today, aren't
Absolutely. They'll have the women's gold medal in the bag, that's one thing for sure. But here's Elodie Clouvel, who's just looking at a loss, really. It was all going so well for her after the first 2 events, and then that ride pushed her right back out of contention. I mean, that's hard to take as an athlete who puts all the hours in, but she'll be back for the World Championships next month in Budapest. And there's Great Britain swimming coach Mark Skimming with his son. Delighted watching his athletes perform so well here over these championships.
That's nice, isn't it? And you can see again shots overlooking the stadium here. Many people have turned out to watch Team GB's success, as well as Oana Price-Sober and Laura Astan-Skater with that phenomenal finish. There's Miles Pillage, is one of the young up-and-coming GB athletes. Won 2 golds here in the mixed relay and the men's relay.
Yeah, I won the gold medal with my brother Oliver Murray earlier in the week. Fantastic performance from Miles and Ollie, and a really happy day for them both, I think. They're both students, full-time students here at the University of Bath. Miles studying biochemistry and Ollie studies engineering. And there is Anaïs Uds, who recently left the French team to join the Belgium team, competing for a new nation now, and will be trying to make an Olympic Games in Tokyo next year. Speaking to Ronja Steinborg of Germany, good friends going back years and years. And that's the thing about this sport, the friendship element. These athletes have met each other over a decade ago, so they all know each other really well, and everyone speaks English to a reasonably high level. And as Jan Bartu, the performance director, said then, a lot of athletes on the programme, Kate, Jamie Cook, they've been on a world-class programme since the age of 13, 14. So it's such a lifetime journey for these athletes, and therefore we say it's like a family in pentathlon. Everyone really knows each other well, and now the competition's done, it's time to be friendly, shake hands, and ask how it went for you and what's next. Looking forward to getting home. That's Marco Cotrini, the British men's coach, just saying thank you to the French coaches, and good smile on his face.
I had breakfast with Marco this morning, and he is, I know he says about a lot of people, he is the nicest guy in the world. He's always so funny, he's always so animated. When Jess Varley won bronze in Prague, he literally ran the final 50 metres of the race with her. Such a character, that guy, as you can see there. Elodie Clouvel, once again, we're not going to go on too much about the disappointment that she's had. That's Francesca Summers Summers, who looks pretty pleased with herself, doesn't she? She finished pretty high up in 7th place after starting in 8th place, so made up a place in that final. It's been a good day for Francesca Summers. Sadly, that means she won't qualify for the Olympics quite yet, but she's looking in a good position. Perhaps she's got to come up against some tough competition within the Team GB team. Let's try and work out, shall we, who was qualified for the Olympics today. So, first place was Laura Astelskati, who had already qualified for the Olympics, so she doesn't count. Well, here we can go. We can see the final results, can't we? So, Laura Astelskati in first place. She doesn't count. Kate French has qualified, so that's
number one. Yeah.
Irina Price-over 2. Joanna Moore, no, because of Kate French. Annika Schloy, yes. Volhel Silkina, no, because of Price and Sober. Francesca Summers, no, because of Kate French. Natalia Coyle, yes, so that's 4. Gintari Venkarskati, no, because of Laura Astelskati. Maria Orteza, yes, so that's 5. We're going to the next screen. Adelina Ibasalina is a yes, so that's 6. Janine Coleman is a no,
That's
because
a no,
of
because of Annika Schlau.
Annika Schloy, yeah. Georgia Kovac is a yes, so we've got one more, which is Okakuya Nwaka, the bronze medalist from Rio.
That's right.
So she was in 14th place and has qualified for the Olympics. That's incredible.
Incredible, isn't it? And just shows how complicated Olympic qualification is for these athletes. And so they've all got name spots now. That's reserved for them for Tokyo. And the only reason why they wouldn't compete next year at the Olympics is due to injury or illness, really. All the other athletes from Europe, though, will now be fighting for the world ranking list spots, of which there are only 12. So it is it's tough out there. It's really tough, and they give spots to each continent. I think there are 8 in Europe, 6 in Pan Asia.
And then, of course, you've got the World Cup final, which is just the one. You've got the World Championships, which is 3. And then, of course, you've got the top 18, I think, haven't you, that will compete for those final Olympic spots.
Right.
It's exhausting just trying to work out who's finished where.
Yeah, but the athletes know the rules very well.
That's Christian Zillikens there. And
Yeah.
am I right in saying Christian Zillikens didn't qualify for the men's final? Because he's obviously here, isn't he?
I feel that he did. I feel that we did talk about his riding, and he was in the men's
No,
final.
Zillikens wasn't in the final.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
he was just in the men's relay?
Either that or he didn't qualify.
Wow.
Which is crazy to think, because he's already won gold. He won gold. It was either Bulgaria or Hungary that he won gold. Oh, he's got, look, there you go. He's got an injured wrist. He's got a cast in his wrist. So maybe he's just come out here for support and hasn't actually competed. So that would make sense, wouldn't it?
He is the partner of Annika Schlau on the German team. So probably here supporting Annika. Go Kate French. All her family here. That's her fiancé on the left-hand side, Leo. They'll be delighted with that silver medal. This is the second time, actually, that Kate's won a silver medal at European Championships. And there is our European and now world champion, Jamie Cook.
Goodness me, hasn't Jamie had a good year? He just carries himself so well as well, doesn't he? He's so professional. Always goes and says hello to people. He's a great lad, Jamie. We had him in the commentary box a little bit earlier, talking about the riding. He's obviously commentated in the prior events in Prague as well. Commentated on Prague was another fantastic event for Team GB. They won gold in the women's individual. They won gold in the silver in the men's. They won gold in the mixed relay. They also got a bronze in the women's individual as well. Really cleared up.
There you go, piece there from Valentin Below and his coach, Sebastian. Seb was a former world champion back in 1999. Athlete turned coach, often what you see. Lithuanian coach and athlete there, just talking over the day. A lot of disappointment. You know, we focus on the winners, we focus on those who stand on the podium, but you've got to remember the other 33 athletes who aren't going home with a medal, and will have to answer some questions, face themselves. And sport is all about you. It's all about trying to be your best self. Bring your best performance on that one day. And there are all the volunteers who made this happen at this championships. Couldn't have happened without them.
70 volunteers over the course of this event,
Yeah.
which is nearly one for every athlete that qualified for the final, which is phenomenal to think. So yeah, many thanks to the volunteers who have done an absolutely fantastic job. There's Dr. Klaus Schurman, the president of the UIPM, the governing body of modern pentathlon.
And now the awards ceremony approaches.
Yeah, the way this works is the delegates from the UIPM and from various other sports governing bodies to do with athletics and modern pentathlon make their way towards the podium. And here you can see the gold, silver and bronze medal athletes as well, making their way towards the podium too. So,
it's quite amazing when you look at the dates of birth of these athletes. Kate, 1991 she was born, so she'll be 29 years old this year. Lara Salskaiti, 1984, so she'll be 33 this year. So
more than that, she'll be 35 this year.
35 this year. And Irina, who's just taken the podium, was born in 1996. So
wow.
Very young athlete there.
That big difference in age, isn't there?
Yeah.
I've never noticed that before, by the way. The date of birth on the sheet, that's useful to know. So here we go, bronze then for Irina Prysensova. And what a moment that is for the Belarusian who qualifies for the Olympics.
She's so happy. It's nice to see.
Vice President of the ECMP, accompanied by David Armstrong, Chairman of Pentathlon GB. The winner of the silver medal from Great Britain, Kate French.
There you can see there, Kate French making way onto the podium, big smile on her face. Warm round of applause from the Team GB.
Nice sigh there, nice feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah. And finally, our gold medalist who has been superb throughout her career and once again comes out on top. An amazing moment. European champion, the 2019 modern pentathlon European champion, well deserved, Laura Asadalskaitė of Lithuania.
She's a bit of a heroine in her home country of Lithuania. I know she's welcomed at airports when she arrives back with these medals. You constantly see her online getting in Lithuanian press. So she's probably inspiring and engaging a nation into this sport, which is fantastic to see. She's won everything. She's just won everything. And she's been around now for, I mean, well over a decade, winning medals at this level. It's just quite incredible.
So we will pause now for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you can and remove headgear for the national anthem of Lithuania.
The national anthem of Lithuania ringing out over the stadium here in Bath. And there, a lovely shot of our three medalists, gold, silver and bronze for Lithuania, Great Britain and Belarus. We have one more medal ceremony to bring you, though. We have the team, and it's pretty obvious who's won gold, isn't it?
I think it is, with 3 Brits finishing inside the top 8. We can expect to see the British trio standing on top of the podium, and that's just an amazing way to end this week, hosted here by the University of Bath, Team Bath, as well as, of course, at the Sports Training Village. It's just been a dream week for Pentathlon GB, and I know everyone involved, all the support staff, everyone based here at the university, all the athletes, the coaches, they'll just be delighted with that performance. There's my brother Ollie giving Joanna Muir a hug, just showing the team spirit amongst Team GB. And Charlie Follett there in the background, another member of Pentathlon GB.
You can see Brad Sutton to the left-hand side of the shot. He was in the commentary box earlier this weekend for some fencing commentary. There's Sam Curry as well, just to the left of Brad. Can we see him? Just about. And obviously Francesca Summers and Joe Muir. And that was the little girl that came to our commentary box earlier and went, "That is so cool," when she saw the commentary.
Very sweet.
She's so sweet, that girl. So cute.
It's nice to see all the athletes looking super relaxed now. There's
the
Connor.
Man, yep.
He's
Connor from IT.
Yeah, video analysis for Pentathlon GB. So he records everything and then they watch it back as video replay and try and learn from their performances. Big hugs there to Kate French. And now all these athletes, they can just enjoy themselves. A few days off. Good party this evening, I imagine, in Bath somewhere. Lots of fun before the international athletes fly home and training resumes for the World Championships in Budapest.
Absolutely, which will of course follow this event beginning of September, the Budapest World Championships. Of course there will be coverage on our various broadcasters around the world. You can see Marie Orteza
on the phone, explaining what happened, probably to mum or dad. Nice wave, nice smile from Marie.
Joe Chung in the background there, who came 4th yesterday, has already secured his spot at the Olympics after winning the World Cup final in Tokyo.
So there is going to be a bit of a battle between Joe Muir and Francesca Summers over the next 6 to 8 months for that second spot going into Tokyo.
Yeah, you'd say it's between those two, wouldn't you? It's going to be interesting to see which one of them gets it as well. It'll probably come down to, well, who's higher ranked, won't it?
Exactly, and it'll be the World Championships, I'd say, that World Championships 2020.
Could decide it, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely, that last competition before.
If they qualify, you never know.
Yeah, true, but very competitive. We've had some excellent sponsors here this week. They really drive this competition being hosted in Bath, make it possible for Pentathlon GB. And the sound of the music, here is the Team Awards ceremony approaching.
Yeah, that signifies the start of the Team Awards, and as a bit of a spoiler, you can usually see which order everybody comes out in, and we'll just keep our eyes peeled. So the team out first, just out of shot, there they are. And in the middle it is GB, which means they are going to be taking gold, which is great for the sports here in Great Britain in front of an adoring home crowd. And it gives Joanna Muir and Francesca Summers their moment on the podium as well, which is lovely. Belarus will take silver, Lithuania will take bronze.
So if you think these ladies have kicked off their day in the pool, jumped out, put fencing kit on, fenced for about 2 hours, got nice and sweaty there, then jumped on a horse, run a few laps on the track, and now look presentable for the camera. It's been a bit of a challenge.
They've definitely smartened up, haven't they?
They've done their best. I always used to have some baby wipes, deodorant and mascara on queue.
Those were the 3 tools, were they?
Oh yeah, concealer on a good day, if I remembered. Cheers from the Lithuanian team, so proud.
And what this does mean is we'll have the British national anthem to round things off here in Bath in front of the home crowd, which is a nice way to round things off, and a big thank you to all of the British fans that have turned out to watch their athletes.
Yeah, the hashtag has been #feel a part of it, and that's definitely been the case for everyone who's come here to the University of Bath this weekend. this excellent event, so well organised, visually spectacular, being able to see the shoot, run and ride right in front of you from the balcony of the track, and the pool just a short walk away, and fencing as well. I mean, perfect venue for a pentathlon.
Really is absolutely spectacular. Often with World Cups we'll have to hop into a bus to go to the various different venues, but here in Bath it's all in one place. Belarus then with a silver in the team event. And many of these athletes will have known each other throughout the course of their careers, probably through juniors, youth, and now into senior, so they're all great friends. They've known each other for years, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. They meet each other at kind of 12, 13 years old as they start competing for their country at internationals. These are friendships. These are people that you've just known all your life. Of course, Facebook has a great purpose for retiring athletes to see each other move on and what they do with their next step, their next career in life.
Yeah, social media are a powerful tool in that sense. And here we go then. The moment for Great Britain to savour.
These ladies have worked so hard for this moment.
European champions are Great Britain!
As expected, a huge cheer. A great moment for everybody associated with Team GB here. As Kate French receives her gold medal. Francesca Summers in the middle. And Jo Muir at the end. A proud moment for all of these athletes standing here on the podium. Dr. Klaus Schulman making sure he shakes hands with everybody. As we pause now for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Please rise if you can and remove headgear for the national anthem of Great Britain.
What a moment here in Bath to conclude the 2019 Modern Pentathlon European Championships. It's gold for Great Britain in the team event, silver for Belarus and bronze for Lithuania. That just about wraps things up from myself, James Zanadakis, and Sam Murray. Sam's been an absolute pleasure commentating alongside you. An Olympic silver medalist. Been great working with you.
Oh, thanks. You too, James. I've really enjoyed it. Fantastic. Maybe again.
Yeah, we'll look forward to doing this again another day. Meanwhile, our next event is, of course, the World Championships in Budapest in September. We hope you've enjoyed Modern Pentathlon if it has been your first time. If it has, we will see you again very soon in Budapest in a few weeks' time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.